Hey Masked Singer fans, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and it is Friday. We saw Group C twice, and we know that Group C is coming once again, so it's time to do a reveal. I asked you guys in yesterday's post, who do you want me to reveal? We have the Lizard. We already revealed the Clock, which you can watch in last week's video, which I'll put down in the description of this video. And then we have the Poodle Moth. Well, in that comment section, most of you guys wanted me to reveal the Lizard. And so right now, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go through the clues, the pitch correct audio, compare our guess to the pitch correct audio, and then answer the clues. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. So when it comes to the Lizard, we have 2 weeks of clues, which should be enough to kind of figure out who is under the mask of this character. But to be honest with you, and this is something that I always tell you guys because a lot of people get upset, you never know who's under the mask until the mask comes off. So even though some people might have some crazy guesses, no one's wrong until they're right. Does that make any sense? I don't think that makes any sense. All that being said, let's go through the clues. Starting off with episode 3, which, by the way, can you believe we're in episode 5 next week? Where is this season going? So, his clues started with, some people might label me as a ladies' man, but that's not the real me. And despite some of my better known hits, I tend to see people for who they are on the inside. So someone who, partier, the ladies a lot, like it's definitely someone who is not like a classical singer, someone who is definitely a partier, thinking maybe, maybe rap, some kind of pop, something like that. He says when he met the love of his life, she was a definition of an uptown girl, and he was a downtown boy that was smitten. That weekend was Billy Joel night, so that's where that kind of phrase came from. He goes, but years later, she was fed up with his superstar shenanigans and threatened to leave. He had a guess that she was pregnant, and she was, so he promised to change. So he's clearly a dad. Seems like only one child, though. He says, now my whole world is about being a good husband and a cool dad. And what's cooler than showing up at my family's favorite show? We have some visual clues, one from TMS with the words live, laugh, and lizard, a heart-shaped lollipop, a crab on top of a cupcake, a red Christmas ornament with a lizard on it, and a racing bed with an egg tucked in. So clearly a dad, right? That night was Billy Joel night, and his clue was billboards. He says, I've had a #1 billboard, and I'm not talking about Times Square, which, I don't know, besides, those are digital ads. I don't really see them as billboards anymore, which kind of, I guess, dates this person to where he was on billboards in Times Square. Next was episode 4. As a little lizard, I love cartoons so much that I spent all my days drawing them. I got so good I was offered a dream job at a huge animation studio, and yeah, the mouse was chasing this lizard, referring to Disney, right? He's referring to Disney in that. His dad begged him to do it, but he knew that he had to be a performer, so he took the riskier road to stardom. When I became one of the most recognizable reptiles on the planet, his dad, was proud. He may not do animation, but this sure does draw in a crowd. He does. He truly does. Visual clues, a drawn self-portrait, wall of clocks, unsigned contract, cowboy boots next to a gasoline can. And his TV theme song clue, that was Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Why? Because he says, a dog actually helped me reach an even bigger audience. Some good clues right there. Now it's time for the pitch correct audio. If you don't know, every single week, Fox gives us the real singer's voice in a clue package. But what they do with that voice, they speed it up, pitch it down, go backwards, whatever they can to make it sound abnormal. But I'm an executive audio producer in New York City, where it's my job to make audio sound good. And in the case of The Masked Singer, it is slowing down and pitch correcting the audio so that you can hear the real celebrity voice. So right now, I'm going to play the original audio they gave us, and then our audio, and then I want you in the comment section to guess on who you think it is. Take a listen.
I really turned it up last time, and that SmackDown got my heart racing. Being here on TV theme night.
I really turned it up last time, and that SmackDown got my heart racing. Being here on TV theme night is taking me back to my beginning. As a little lizard, I love cartoons so much that I spent all my days drawing them. I got so good, I was offered a dream job at a huge animation studio. Yeah, the mouse was chasing this lizard pretty hard. It was a great opportunity, and my dad begged me to take it. But deep down, I knew I wanted to be a performer. So I put down my pencil and took the riskier road to stardom. And my dad was shook. But that lit the fire to prove to him that I could pull it off. And when I eventually became one of the most recognizable reptiles on the planet, he was so proud. Now, I might not draw animation, but I sure do draw in the crowds. And tonight, I'm singing a song from a cartoon classic. Let's Scooby-Doo this thing.
That's hands down Cisco, right? We can all agree upon that. So let's go ahead and compare the pitch correct audio between the lizard pitch correct audio and him speaking during an interview, and then the lizard singing, and then Cisco singing. And then you tell me if they sound the same.
Being here on TV theme night is taking me back to my beginning. As a little lizard, I love cartoons so much.
I'm from Baltimore. Nobody has anything.
Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you, and I like the way.
I think we can agree that that is Cisco. Now let's answer the clue. Starting off with some people might lead me to be a ladies' man. Well, I mean, if you know, you know. I mean, the guy had a song called Thong Song. Let's be honest, right? He said they met the love of his life, and she was the definition of uptown girl, and he was a downtown boy, and they were smitten, 100%. I believe he had his child in, 1995, and they got married in 2003. So I think he's referring to the love of his life being 2003, not when he had his children, or his child. His whole life is about being a good dad. Yes, once again, had a kid in 1995. Time to answer the visual clues. We saw the heart-shaped lollipop. Cisco worked at a candy store called the Fudgery. We saw a crab, and we know that Cisco is from Baltimore, Maryland, which are known for what? Blue claw crabs. We saw a Christmas tree ornament. Cisco published the children's holiday book, Cisco's Perfect Christmas, which I found to be very interesting. Like, how do you go from there to that? But you can tell he's doing things for his kids, so that kind of works out. We saw the racing car with the egg tucked in, referring to his child. On Billy Joel night with the Billboard, he's referring to his #1 hit song on the Billboard charts, Thong Song. Yeah, I know. Then he talks about animation, loving cartoons and drawing, and good enough to get a job from Disney. And in an interview, Baltimore Sun, 2020, he talked about how Disney had offered him a job and that he turned it down. Crazy. To me, that's insane. That is insane. His dad begged him to do that job, but instead he did his music. I couldn't find anything on that. But I would assume that any father would rather have their kid do a stable job for a good company than kind of go off into the world and maybe not make it in music. Music's hard to make it in, so. Then we saw the Law of Clocks. I don't have a single guess for that. If you could maybe in the comment section tell me how those clocks add up, please let me know. We saw the self-drawn portrait. Once again, Disney almost hired him. The cowboy boots. He was on a cowboy reality show. We also know that he did try to do some kind of country music. Yeah, we saw the gasoline, and a lot of people are saying that refers to the oil and gas company Cisco. You kind of hear the same thing with his name. And lastly, Scooby-Doo working with a dog. Well, he worked with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg propelled him. That's what it comes down to. With all that being said, do you agree or do you disagree with my guess? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, I don't know if Monday we should do another reveal video. The only person left in this group would be the Poodle Moth. So, do you want me to reveal her next? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. I'll see you later. Bye.